A bunch of space idiots argue for 2 hours while floating around with daddy issues.
Is this Star Wars The Last Jedi?
Whoa. Whoa. It is not Star Wars.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to Grim Grinning Dads, the show where three Disney-obsessed dads share travel tips, hot takes, and a whole lot more. I'm Tyler, and I'm joined as always by Caleb and Charlie. Today we've got some awesome things ahead for you. We are going to get into some Disney news of the week around the parks with some updates on some refurbishments and some price changes. And then we're going to get into our MCU top 10. We kind of touched on it a little bit last week where I mentioned that Guardians might be a little overrated. So we just thought, hey, we have to expand on that, and let's just share our top 10 and kind of see where that goes. But before we get into all that, as always, just want to remind everyone that the three of us are part of a team of travel advisors that specialize in Disney vacations, and we are in no way affiliated with or represent the Walt Disney Company. So with that said, let's get into some news of the week, starting with some ride updates. So who's excited for the Rock and Roller Coaster featuring the Muppets in summer of 2026?
First off, that turnaround time is incredible. Okay, because as far as we know, Rock and Roller Coaster is open from now until the end of the year. Right? Like there's no set close date that we're aware of. Which tells me that we're going to go all the way through the holidays, which is great because all three of us are going to be at Jollywood, and we can still ride Rock and Roller Coaster one last time before they change it. So that's cool. But assuming that they're going to close it at the beginning of 2026 and then turn around and open it up again in summer of 2026, it implies a 6 to 8 month closure. Is that fair?
I think that's fair.
I'd say so.
And I mean, granted, like they're not going to change the track, right? Like the track's all the same. They're probably going to, we know they're going to paint the guitar outside, right? We know that that's going to happen. They're probably going to paint the trains. They're going to replace the cardboard cutouts. I call them cardboard cutouts, but they're not inside the actual ride itself. But, oh, and we get a new animatronic. Like, that's cool. Yeah. So that's kind of impressive to turn that around in 6 months, 8 months. We'll call it 8.
Yeah, because summer according to Disney could be anywhere from May through like end of August.
Yeah, well, September, like opening mid-September.
Right.
But like that's kind of cool. Like I'm excited. I've been saying for a long time they need to get rid of Aerosmith. Because, like, don't get me wrong, Aerosmith's great. Love their music. They're just...
It ran its course.
Right. It's just old.
Yeah.
Like, it's time for something new. And I think with the outcry of people not happy about Muppet Vision going away, this is a decent Band-Aid until they hopefully one day bring Muppet Vision back in some capacity or another.
Well, and it makes it a little bit more timeless, too, because... Like, since they own the Muppets IP, sure, you can keep the Muppets and just update the music. So you could have Electric Mayhem doing contemporary songs and just switch out the audio. Like, we even talked about it last week a little bit, like doing seasonal versions of it. So imagine, like, the Electric Mayhem giving a Christmas concert. That'd be kind of awesome. So I would love that. I'm excited to see how they do it. But yeah, only being down for 6 to 8 months by Disney standards is pretty great.
That's incredibly fast. Do you guys think that they're going to do a similar musical treatment to what Guardians in Epcot does, where you can have, what do they have, 9 different songs that you could possibly go through, or 10 different songs? think they'll do that?
I don't think they're going to do that at launch. I think that's something maybe they could add over time. I feel like if that was the goal, they probably would have announced that.
Yeah.
See, I think that they might do that though, because that's the way it is for Aerosmith right now. And like each train has its own track. Like it doesn't randomly pick it. It's just this train is always this song. This train is always that song.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that might be something that they do. That'd be way easier than doing it the way Guardians does it, because that is completely random. Like that's not decided until the Big Bang explosion, which is really funny. If you didn't know that, that's when the song gets chosen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if they did different music in Rock and Roller Coaster, they would just keep the same system.
Yep. Yeah, I think that you guys are right. I think that Aerosmith kind of has run its course. I think it fit better when Hollywood Studios was really about Hollywood and those types of experiences, and like you had the behind the scenes and all of those different types of things. I don't think it fits as, I mean, with the hodgepodge of things that are there now, it's fine that it's there because it's a hodgepodge, but but like why not update it with something that brought tears to everyone's eyes when Rainbow Connection was being sung outside of Muppet Vision 3D. I mean, I think that's really cool that they're going to be doing something new, and I think they had probably decided that before they were going to close Muppet Vision. I'm pretty sure. Doesn't seem like they make snap decisions like that, but
yeah, I mean, and I think the fact that it's a short turnaround means it's probably been in the works.
They planned
because they couldn't start it from scratch and then get that done in 6 or 8 months.
No way. Nope.
No.
Yeah,
but I also think it's probably a money-saving decision too, because then they don't have to pay a band for any licensing because they just already own the property.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier. It's a business decision, but it's also a crowd-pleasing decision too.
Yep. Yeah, I like it. I'm excited
kind of a
for
win-win.
it.
Speaking of crowd pleasing, big updates coming to Frozen Ever After. Maybe it's because we talked about it on our last episode.
Because we talked about it.
I mean,
because we
didn't
do anything until we said something about it.
But
100%.
I mean,
nothing was announced.
Could be a coincidence. But those dreaded projected faces are going away. And if you guys have seen what the animatronics look like, I think it's at the Hong Kong version of that ride. They look incredible.
Oh my goodness.
So I cannot wait and that should be a very, very short turnaround, I would think. They could just replace the heads of the animatronics and just get it back up and running. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably just going to be like another 6 to 8 months again.
I would hope it wouldn't even need to be that.
It might need to be. There may be some like motor related things that have to happen. Like you can't just decapitate the head and put another head on, because the head doesn't actually move. I mean, the head moves, but the facial stuff doesn't move. So you're probably going to need to put some extra stuff there. But I would guess that for them to get it right, they're going to want to close it down for 6 months or so. I mean, again, that's a fast turnaround,
especially for Disney.
Yeah, especially for Disney.
Yeah,
but that's
sure.
exciting. That makes that ride that takes that ride from what it is, which is maybe I'll ride that ride. Again, if I have somebody in my family or somebody who I'm there with and who really likes Frozen, sure, but I'm not waiting in line for that. And there's like an empty hallway at one point. I mean, there's stuff they could have done that would have made it better. And this is a step in that direction. So cool. Maybe that means that they can update not old, but older rides and like bring them to the standards that the other Disney parks around the world kind of have.
Yeah, and what's really cool is like Spaceship Earth is just opening up again at the end of this month. So like they're just going to transition right from that one right into Frozen Ever After. So like it's going to be really, really neat to see that happen.
Did they announce when they're going to close Frozen Ever After?
No, I was just going to say I don't think that they have announced a close date yet. So my assumption is it'll be through the holidays and then start of the year.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds right.
I would think so. And then the last and probably the biggest story of the week, which is becoming kind of an annual tradition for Disney, are the price hikes. So we had some ticket price increases, we had some concession price increases. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's just kind of the nature of the beast. As products get more expensive, as labor gets more expensive, the prices are going to go up. But the point that I was making to these guys before we started recording was that, if we're going to ask Disney to invest the kind of money that they are into improving these parks, there's going to be a cost associated with that. So I
sure.
think the price hikes are worth it as long as we're seeing where that money is going. If Magic Kingdom was sitting completely stagnant for 20 years and they were raising the prices every year, I could understand the frustration. But with all that they're adding with the Cars Land and Villains Land, like, we're seeing where that money is going, and it just takes time. So yeah, I'm personally not super concerned about the price hikes, and it's one of those things too where, like, if you're getting a multi-day ticket, you're not going to feel that as much because the more days you go, the less expensive each day is. But if you're looking to do a one-day trip and going to Magic Kingdom, yeah, you're going to see that a bit more than you would otherwise.
Right. And that's just one of those reasons why, like, booking a package, staying on property, getting as many promotional discounts as you can, really comes into play. Like, sure, does it look like you're going to save some money staying off property at an Airbnb or something like that? Sure, probably. But at the end of the day, when you think of pricing for parking just went up, pricing for food just went up, like, all of this stuff has just gone up, and you're not going to save nearly the kind of money that you would if you would stay on property and, get 25% off your room rate or 25% off tickets, or, saving money on the dining plan because your kids eat free for 2026. Like, it's stuff like that. Like, it's staying on property is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, and that's a great point too. Is like there's almost always some kind of promo to offset these costs. So, like, they right now they have the springtime promos going on where you can save, what is it, up to 250
per night.
per night, and that's staying at a deluxe, granted, but still, like, that's not nothing.
No.
5 nights, you've saved $1,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, that's $1,000 for a tip for stay that you're going to do anyway. Like,
Yeah.
Come on. I haven't seen deals that good ever.
No.
Yeah, and the timing on that is definitely not a coincidence, because I think they did that knowing the price increases were about to come around. But I think it's a way to encourage, booking the packages, like you said, because you're just not going to feel that effect as much. And now that you can book over a year in advance too, so if you're making payments on it, it's less of a big deal. If you're looking at, November or December of 2026, like, great, well, you have, 11 months to pay that off. That's really good.
Right. Yeah. It just makes sense with what Disney has been doing as far as promotions go. It really just makes sense. And over the weekend, like, I've priced out a number of stays. I just did one this morning, and to stay at Pop Century in April for 5 nights was like $2,300 with park tickets. Like,
Whoa.
it was
For
wild.
how big a group?
Family of 4.
That's pretty good, actually.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
And you got the value of being on the Skyliner. Like, that's hard to beat.
That's what I mean. Like, for that much money, yeah, and it just made sense for them. So, like, they're gonna go and do that, and it's kind of crazy how that's working out now with that promotion. So it's kind of wild.
All right.
Oh, we also did forget. Disney did give us a reveal of Zootopia.
I missed this. Where was
missed
this?
So they gave us an inside look of Better Zootopia and of the animatronic that they're going to have at the base of the Tree of Life.
Okay.
I don't remember what the guy's name is. It's the leopard dude, the big, the cop that had the donut. Clawhauser. Yeah, Clawhauser. So they open on November 7th. So we'll get to see Clawhauser in Zootopia Day watch party, which will be cool.
Nice.
That is cool.
And that is right around the corner. It's crazy.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's another thing that turned around real fast.
Oh yeah, right.
Right? Like that closed at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
So like that's another 6 to 8 month turnaround time. Like they're doing really good. Like I can't complain. Now, if they could just do Dino Land in 6 to 8 months, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on that.
I wouldn't count on it. No.
I guess 2027 is the projection.
Which is insane.
Anytime in 2027.
Right.
So.
Okay. Yep. Trying to get it done. I mean, I would imagine that they would try to get that one done before the holidays, because of the amount of crowds that kind of visit during that time of the year. But that's still a pretty quick turnaround for an entire. Well, I guess again, it's a reskinning, so you're reskinning Dinosaur, but you're doing an entirely new ride for
Encanto.
For Encanto, so you're
that carousel.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're renovating the all the restaurants that are there too.
Yep. I mean, it's a lot of things to do, but I guess if you put enough people on those things, that could get done pretty quickly. Depends on how complicated. Encanto is it a boat ride?
Yeah, just a boat ride.
Yeah, so I think they can handle that. I think
just a boat ride.
Well, no, I love boat rides. Don't get me wrong. I love the boat rides.
It is just a boat ride.
Some of my favorite things that we've experienced were boat rides. Pirates.
That's fair.
Ride,
That's fair. I'm not hating on the boat ride.
It's
just I feel like it, and this is a soapbox, but like I feel like they just kind of took the easy route and it's like, you know what? Let's just pump some water and put a boat on it.
What would they have done instead, though? Like, what would have screamed Encanto other than a boat ride? Like, I mean, I really don't. I can't think of right. Like,
yeah, I don't think you could do like the trackless thing like you do with like Remy's
no,
Rise.
It couldn't be trackless, but like in my head, I'm going like you could do, like you could do another Pandora Flight of Passage thing, and like ride the back of the Jaguar in Antonio's room. You could have done like a Soarin' Ever After, or like something like that. You could have done anything that wasn't a boat ride. Granted, you couldn't do a roller coaster. You couldn't have done anything like that.
Yeah, I think because it has to be basically a no height requirement type ride,
right?
Yeah,
based on that property. And so, yeah, what's the highest capacity thing they can do?
Boat.
To satisfy that, and
it is boats.
Always
boats. Yeah, I get it. I don't like it, but I get it.
Oh, and then speaking of boat rides getting updates, so if you guys didn't know, the Storybook Canal Boats have been down basically since right after we were there. They're getting Rapunzel's Tower.
Yeah.
That's
Rapunzel's finally getting her due.
So,
wait a second.
So I'm saying this, okay? That is one thing Disneyland does very, very well.
Very well.
They don't remove stuff to put new stuff in, okay? They did not remove anything for Rapunzel's Tower. They just added it. And when the sun goes down, the song changes for when you go by.
Yeah. Like, during the day, it's going to be When Will My Life Begin? And at night, it's going to be I See the Light.
Right.
Yeah. Awesome.
Beautiful. I'm going to ride that thing like 6 times. Because 3 times in the day, 3 times at night. Because it's just beautiful. Way to go, Disneyland. Disney World, take note.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Disneyland wins again.
Yeah, of course. It's not surprising.
Not surprising.
Except for the castle.
I think they still
There's
win
a
the
castle there?
There is the castle there. All right, guys. Save your arguing. You're going to need it here pretty soon, Caleb.
I'm going to need it. Okay. Here we go.
All right. So we are going to get into our Marvel Cinematic Universe top 10. We haven't shared our lists with each other.
Hold on. I'm going to preface this. Okay. We're having this discussion on this episode because of how last week's episode went. Because Tyler said Captain America all day long. And I said, nay, Iron Man. So I really need to hear all of this. So finish it. But for everybody that's watching / listening, it's because he's team Captain, I'm team Iron, and we'll find out where Charlie sits.
I mean, you're just all about that government oversight, Caleb.
No. Okay, so we're gonna get to that. Okay, we're gonna get to that in a second because that is where this changes. Yeah, let's go.
All right. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to kind of go round robin, and we are going to describe the movie to each other without giving the title, see if the other two can guess it. But we're not actually going to discuss each one until we've all named it on our list. But if we find out that one of us has something that the other two don't have, we'll go ahead and discuss it a little bit, why we like it, why it makes our top 10, and we'll just keep going until we're all the way through. So Charlie, do you want to kick us off with your number 10?
Yes, I do. All right. So my number 10 was a loud, buddy road trip through time and multiple universes where the world's angriest middle-aged Canadian and the guy who never shuts up have a team up because someone somewhere screwed up a timeline.
All right. I mean, that's obviously Spider-Man No Way Home. Oh no, you're talking Deadpool 3.
Deadpool 3? Is it Deadpool 3?
Well, Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay.
Deadpool.
It is the third Deadpool.
Wolverine is accurate. Yes. Deadpool and Wolverine is accurate. They're yeah. That's my number 10. Anybody have
so
that?
I don't have that one. I don't have that one on my top.
Okay, so I'll talk about that one briefly. I really enjoyed this movie. It made me laugh. Apparently, I had been waiting to laugh like this for a long time. So
it is so good.
Just watching the intro, like the introduction, once Deadpool decides that he's going to do the thing and try to find Wolverine to save the universe. That dance. I had tears going down my face. Like I was laughing so hard, and it was one of the goriest things that I've ever seen, but it was still like one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Phenomenal.
So
they just did such a great job with the humor, breaking the fourth wall a whole bunch of times. He calls out Fox and Disney at the same in the movie. Like I think he says "suck at Fox" at one point. I'm going to Disneyland. Like it definitely.
Well, when they're in the void, you see the 20th Century Fox logo like buried. Behind them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he changed his whole perception on the Honda Odyssey, which is cool.
So that is actually my favorite scene, and that is the fight in the Honda Odyssey.
So good.
Something about when Wolverine is like, say one more word, and he says gubernatorial cracks me up. It's so good.
Yep. It is
so
a movie.
Funny.
It's just so funny to me. And like I am really hoping that we have a payoff for why Thor was holding Deadpool and crying.
I know.
I want a payoff for that.
I want that.
I don't know if it'll happen. I don't know if there's a real reason for that to happen. But I really want
Avengers
that
Doomsday.
payoff.
Okay, Avengers Doomsday.
Totally
give it to us in Avengers Doomsday.
Yep, it could happen. So
It'd
that was
so
my
cool.
number 10.
It could happen.
Okay. Is that me now?
Yeah, Caleb, go for it.
All right. My number 10. This movie is all about family, and it absolutely nails it. The story between the main character and his father, adopted father, essentially, is one of the most emotional story arcs of the entire MCU. And like the quote, "He may have been your father, boy, but he wasn't your daddy," gets me every time.
Yep, I cried so hard.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like, and like at the very end, I'm just like,
So
I,
good.
I lose it every time I watch that movie, which is why I can't watch it very often. But so good.
Yep. So Guardians 2.
Yep. Yeah, Guardians
All right.
Volume 2. Like, so good.
So good.
I do like that one a little better than the original, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I did not have that in my top 10.
Oh, you didn't? How about you, Charlie?
Yeah, I had it at number 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, specifically for the reasons that you just said. The way that it hits emotionally, with characters that are like really flawed, and just the way that oh, I can't remember his name right now. The Star-Lord's dad, Ego.
Yondu?
No,
Ego.
no, Ego. The way that he is so good, and then he like the big reveal where he talks about
he's
like,
actually the bad guy.
He was the one who killed Peter's mom, and it's just like,
right.
Oh my god!
And he's
Peter's
done that
rage,
like countless times too across the galaxy.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
Oh yeah, it just hit in so many really amazing ways. And for Yondu, to get the send off that he does,
yeah, the Ravager's funeral.
The Ravager's funeral is, I mean, James Gunn does such a great job making characters that are really goofy and funny and silly and all of that, but then like somehow is able to tie emotion to them. And Yondu, I mean, for me, like Yondu is one of my favorite characters. Just the way knowing, like learning through that movie that he really was trying to help Peter, and he was really trying to keep him from, like, he was saving him by not doing what he was asked to do. And in doing that, he was then like thrown out of the Ravagers for that exact reason. Like it's pretty amazing. So yeah.
So I don't know if you noticed this. I don't know if you noticed this, but Sylvester Stallone, okay, his character in Guardians 2, at the very end in the Ravagers' funeral, one of the dudes on his ship was like, he redeemed himself. And his character looks at him and says, "Yes, he did, son." Which could imply that he did the same thing, which is why he was so angry about it when they had the confrontation in the middle of the movie where he said, "Ravagers don't deal in kids." Right? Like, so like it's crazy that like there's that unspoken story arc that's in there. And they did such a good job of telling the story. James Gunn did phenomenal. I'll say it with all 3 Guardians movies. But Volume 2 is definitely, that one gets my heart every time. So, Tyler, your turn. Number 10.
My number 10 is an origin story. It's a period piece. It's all about determination, not judging a book by its cover. It's a little bit in the past, maybe around World War II.
Is yours the first Avenger?
It's the first Avenger.
Yeah, Captain America First Avenger. Wow. Yeah. That one, I did not expect that one. I did not expect that one.
Do either of you have that on
I don't have that movie in my top 10 at all.
Okay. Charlie, do you?
Okay. I thought I did. Hold on. Let me see. No, I don't.
Wow.
I don't have that one in my top 10, but let's talk about it.
It's a great movie.
It is great. It is like, it's so inspired by like The Rocketeer and that sort of that aesthetic, which I absolutely love. That retro futuristic vibe is amazing. So well cast. Red Skull is an awesome villain, which I was so glad to see him pop up later, which might come up later on my list as well. And talk about being well cast, like Hugo Weaving as Red Skull.
So good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the same actor
best
later on, though. I think
it wasn't the same actor later on.
No.
But it was still cool to see
kind of a bummer
what happened.
Yeah, but
Yeah, kind of a bummer, but yeah,
he was
that the
so
moment
good.
where he like reveals his true form as
Yep.
Red Skull, yeah,
It's
just
fantastic.
awesome. Yeah.
Such a good movie. And
Mhm.
like having Howard Stark and the original like superhuman like that whole thing, the shield, all these things and like effectively, right? Like sure he's the first Avenger, but like his team that he has, you could argue were the first Avengers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Kind of.
like they really were. And they did a great job storytelling for sure. And I love that like you get to see because in I don't remember what end credit scene it was, um, where they talk about finding a man in the ice. I can't remember what movie that's at the end of. It's totally like drawing a blank for me. But then then you get to see Captain America, and like he crashes into the ice, like so good, perfect storytelling. I love the Infinity Saga so much.
Yeah. Yep.
It was done very well, very well.
I think just about all of my list is from the Infinity Saga.
All of mine is minus one.
Don't they kind of all fit in there? I feel like they do.
No.
Well, is there anything
there's a couple. I guess.
post in-game? Well, there was one movie technically past in-game that was still part of the Infinity Saga.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Is it though? Because it is still. It's like it was Phase 4 at that point.
Which one?
Another one that's going to come up.
It'll come up
Okay.
later.
for me.
All right. I mean, it may be. It may be on my list. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, Charlie. What's your number 9?
All right, number 9. Well-meaning teen breaks the multiverse because he couldn't handle college rejection letters. Old guys from other movies show up to yell at him. Everyone cries about nostalgia, and 3 versions of the same kid trauma bond over bad life choices and worse luck with girlfriends.
No Way Home.
Yeah,
No Way
Spider-Man: No Way Home. That was the movie that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the movie I was talking about.
Oh, cool. Good.
What? What movie are you talking about?
Or no, I'm sorry. I was thinking of a different Spider-Man movie. That is
No,
the one that's.
I was like, that one's the one after Tony.
That's the. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. That's the only one. And technically, it is not part of Phase 3 Infinity Saga. It is in Phase 4, but it harkens back to the events of Endgame.
For sure. It mentions Tony Stark. Like he's like, I miss him so much. Like he just talks about it.
Yeah, all over the
throughout
place.
The entire
all
movie.
Over the place.
And there's paintings. There's Iron Man paintings because like, people know that Tony did the thing in a movie that we're going to mention, I'm sure later. But yeah. Does anyone have this on their top 10?
For sure.
You do.
I did not have No Way Home in my top 10.
I do have this in my top 10.
Okay. I guess we could spend a minute talking about it then. I mean, for me, obviously my first Spider-Man I think most people's first introduction to the movie Spider-Man,
especially for us old people,
Tobey Maguire, exactly. And in that, I can vividly recall seeing all of those movies at the theater. It was one of the last times that I actually had to sit in front row because you didn't have reserved seats at the time, and it was so packed in there. Like we were down front row. It was like the worst experience you could possibly have seeing a movie, because you're just looking up and everything's so huge. But
yep.
Just bringing those guys back and being able to get the original actors and trying to keep it under wraps and having the whole theater cheer when they try to summon Peter and it's Peter, but it's not the one you're trying to summon, and like he comes through and it's like, oh my god, like it's just so cool, like such a cool nostalgia trip. And I'm really, really excited to see what happens with Peter in his next movie after the setup at the end of this one. I mean, I'm really curious.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be so good. Like, they just announced a bunch of stuff this last week for the new upcoming Marvel stuff. Like, they just did a whole Like they gave
a bunch of
rough
TV stuff.
dates.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did TV stuff. They gave dates for some movies, not like hard dates, but like time frames.
Yep.
They did for Doomsday. They did give a hard date on that. Well, a month for that.
Mm-hmm.
Some other stuff, but they did say when the next Spider-Man movie was going to come out too, which will be really cool. But yeah, like No Way Home is pure magic. Okay, like all three Spider-Men on screen together. I didn't know I needed that. I did need it. And beyond that, like it gives us the most real version of Peter Parker. Like you see him transition from friendly neighborhood Spider-Man into actually like a full-fledged superhero. Like that transition between boy to kid, from boy to man, kid to adult. And then the way they end it absolutely hurts in all of the right ways. Like it's incredible how they did that. And like, it did so well. They did so well. I could go so far into it. Like the story arc and so good. All three movies, fantastic. I'm glad they're doing another trilogy with oh my goodness, name just escaped me. What's his face? Spider-Man.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Yeah, there we go. I was like, Tobey Maguire. They're not doing Tobey Maguire trilogy. No. They're not doing it.
Maybe.
But yeah, Tom Holland.
Although, I mean, with the multiverse, you can kind of do anything.
Yeah. Oh, the rumor, right? The rumor that they're going to do a third Amazing Spider-Man. Like, that's also a rumor.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be kind of cool. Give him a trilogy. Why not? Anyway, that's that was number 5 for me, just so everybody knows.
Nice.
Okay. All right, Caleb, what's your number 9?
Number 9. All right. This movie doesn't always get the love it deserves. It's messy. There's a lot of plot issues with it, sure, but there's also a lot to appreciate about it. It introduces Vision and Scarlet Witch. It sets up the events for a giant possible division between two people.
To go in Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron, for sure. I mean, yeah, Ultron's dialogue in that movie is so underrated. Like, if you actually listen to what he says, there's a lot of emotional depth to
James Spader. Yeah, unbelievable.
Fantastic. So, yeah, that's number 9 for me.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm just making a note of your list here. All right, so my number 9, this may be surprising for how low it is on the list, but it is the culmination of the Infinity Saga. It had the potential to be a big convoluted mess, but they did manage to land it, even though some of the story is a little bit, I'd say, overcomplicated. But the end fight is absolutely epic, and they managed to redeem one of the worst MCU movies and make it more relevant. They made Thor: The Dark World more relevant.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're... Wait.
It's Endgame.
Yeah, that's the only one that it could be. And you have that at 9?
No.
Yes.
Wow.
I have that at 9.
Okay.
Only because I think the story, there's a little bit too much like exposition dumps for me in this. There's so much going on. There's so many different character arcs and things happening, like, and I don't envy that job for the writers to try to make all of that make sense. I feel like they probably did as good as they could have, but yeah, even for the issues that I have with it, they did some really, really cool stuff. I mean, seeing Cap with the hammer is
Yeah.
just,
I
I mean,
knew
that's
it.
like the moment in the
Epic.
theater. Yeah, epic for sure. So yeah, I have Endgame at 9.
At number 9.
Yep.
All right. So Caleb, where'd that fall for you?
We're not going to talk about it right now.
Well,
We're not.
why? I mean, are we going to address it later?
Yeah, we'll address that later.
I mean, do we? Is
Because-
that how we're planning to do this? Like, if the three of us,
I mean,
all
Do you have it on yours? Is it on your
Yeah.
list?
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about that
Okay.
later.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
we'll
talk about that later.
save a longer discussion
Yeah.
for
Okay.
later.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Because, like, number 9?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now again, I
fine.
rated these just like my personal favorites,
Yeah,
not what
yeah.
I necessarily think is like the best film.
Oh,
Right.
no,
Right, no, that makes sense.
I get, yeah, makes sense.
So there are,
I'm just-
and,
I'm
and I
surprised.
thought about this for a decent amount of time, and there are 8 that I can definitively say I like more than Endgame.
Really? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look forward to hearing about them.
Okay. Okay, Charlie, give us number 8.
Number 8. Secretly super advanced nation argues over who gets to wear a cat suit and jump off things.
Hey, Black Panther.
Black Panther. I love that. That is the best description I've ever heard of that movie.
And I have Black Panther later on.
That is not on my list at all.
Okay.
Cool.
Should we save it till it comes up for?
Yeah, let's
Sure.
do it till it comes
Yeah,
up.
let's save it for
Like, oh man, that is the best I've ever heard that movie be described. That is so true. If I didn't know any better, if we were in the DC universe, I'm going to say Catwoman.
Catwoman. totally could work.
Don't compare those movies.
No.
My goodness.
Hey,
no,
but
no,
James
no.
Gunn is doing it now. Like the new Spider-Man or the new Superman movie is fantastic. If you've never seen it, you need to see it.
It was really
It
good.
was good. It was okay. I don't think it was great.
I saw it in California while we were out there.
It's good.
I
It's
had
pretty
some,
good.
I had free time on that. I don't know, Thursday after
Yeah.
Ashley left. It's great. I enjoyed
yeah.
it.
I mean, it was good. You know,
All right.
Cool.
All right. Now, is it time for my number 8?
Number 8.
number 8.
All right. This movie tore our team apart. And it does it in a way that actually makes sense.
Civil War,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
which I have later.
So do I.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Real quick, I'm just gonna give you a little snip of it. Right. It's not black and white, which is great. Like the Civil War is not black and white. And that airport battle, incredible.
Yep.
And then we'll talk
Agreed.
about the rest of it later.
All right. So my number 8, I think, is the single best representation we've ever seen of Peter Parker in a live action movie. It's not his first appearance in the MCU, but it's his second.
Far From Home?
Homecoming.
Far From Home happens.
That's the second one.
Yeah, that Far From Home's the first appearance. But it's not his first appearance.
Or no,
in it.
Civil War is the first appearance.
Yeah,
Civil War's
okay.
first.
And then
I
Homecoming.
was gonna say, are you counting Civil War as his first
Yeah.
appearance? Okay,
Yes.
got it.
Yeah.
Then
So
yes, that
it's
makes
his-
sense.
It's his first standalone story.
Yep.
And I just think Tom Holland absolutely nails Peter Parker. I don't know if he's the best as Spider-Man. I think there's an argument that the Tobey Maguire is a better Spider-Man, but I think
Right.
the Peter Parker, and actually casting someone who looks like he could still be in high school makes a big difference
so
there.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like the cast around him, like
Oh my
all of his
God.
friends,
Ned.
like
Zendaya.
all of the, yeah, and then like even like the teachers at the school like are so well cast. And then did either of you guys have this? I don't want to get too far into it if you don't have it, or if you want to save it for later.
I do not have Homecoming.
I do, and it's
Okay.
at number 7. So
Okay,
Oh,
so-
okay. So let's
yeah,
get next.
go right
Yeah.
into
That's
it.
your next one. So, in my opinion, I think the villain story in Homecoming is one of the best in the MCU. I
do
think,
it.
I mean, number one, Michael Keaton is awesome.
So good.
But to me, the best villain stories are the ones where you may not like agree with their methods, but you can at least see where they're coming from.
Right.
And you can definitely see why he does what he does.
Correct.
And that just makes it a lot more compelling. He's not just bad for the sake of bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
he was
then
trying to
the
accomplish that.
twist that happens when Peter goes to pick her up for the dance. I did kind of call that one sitting in the theater. I'm like, it's going to be Michael Keaton that answers the door. And then sure enough, like there he is. But like hearing everybody like when that happens was just, yeah, it's awesome. And then
Yep.
that little scene they have in the car after she gets out and like he gets real serious. Like
Oh yeah.
some of the best delivery. Yeah.
Yep.
It's just great stuff.
Yep.
You know, I will say this. Like, you never see or hear anything about him again. I mean, you see a little bit at the end of one of the Venom movies.
Yeah.
But like, that's it. And I think we need to have Vulture come back.
He could.
Well, but now is it even going to matter because nobody knows who Peter Parker is?
Nope. Not a single person remembers who he is.
Right. But I think that's also like it would be a great callback to Homecoming to have the Sinister Six show up.
Oh, 100%. I mean, could we be headed in that direction? For sure.
100%.
100% could be headed in that direction. I mean, I don't know how many other villains that they can lean into in the Spider-Man universe. I mean, and Venom has been kind of written off at this point because like
Venom's gone.
They drilled his movies into the ground, and they were like, maybe we'll have him at the end of one of these movies, and he'll be talking at the bar at the place on that island, and then like they just don't mention it again. It's craziness,
right?
Well, isn't the rumor that we're finally going to get Norman Osborn in the MCU?
Mm-hmm.
And not from like the Tobey Maguire verse, but like Tom Holland's own like version of Norman Osborn.
The rumor is that we're going to be getting
we don't have Harry
Goblin.
Then. We're going to have Harry too then.
Yeah.
So we could have the Osborns in general. That would be cool.
Yeah. And then then that leads to the Green Goblin, which is one of the better villains. Because I don't necessarily want to see them do Doc Ock again. Like I feel like that's been done and it's been done really well. So don't try to do that.
Yeah, he was really
and it was cool to see him back in.
He had a redemption. It was really cool to see him get a redemption arc in that movie. Like for him to actually be like, I really want to help. I want to help because look, it was the octopus arms that made him go crazy. Like he was losing his mind because of the octopus arms. It was like
the chip.
You know, he didn't have it fixed. Like he didn't have it made up. So yeah, I really enjoyed that movie, and I think that the character building for Peter and for MJ, for Michelle, him meeting her, like they know each other a little bit throughout that first movie, but in this movie it's like she's really paying attention. She knows what's happening. Like she's got an idea of what's going on here, and she's like, dude, my friends call me MJ.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's really good. So that was my number 7.
Cool. All right. So Caleb, what do you got?
This movie hits different. It's a bit of a spy thriller disguised as a superhero movie. We see the main guy go from soldier to a man who questions everything. And
it's my number 1.
Oh.
It's my number 1.
It's one of the few Marvel movies that feels like it could stand completely on its own. It'd still be incredible.
It does. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Winter Soldier.
Yep.
All right. We'll save that. I have that at the very end.
I have that closer to the end. I definitely am in there as well. I'm at one of my higher numbers. So
it didn't even crack my top 5, guys. All right, Tyler, you're number 7.
Movies. There's a lot of good movies to work with. I mean,
there's so many good movies.
So many good movies.
And they were all in that same like 10-year window, which is kind of crazy.
They crushed it.
Yeah, what Marvel was like actually good.
So my number 7 is the original Team Up movie. Mm-hmm. The first time we had seen that team all together in live action, that circle shot when they're on the streets of New York.
Amazing.
And then when Iron Man says, "Call it Cap," because he's deferring to the actual leader of the team, by the way. So yeah, it's Avengers 1. It is, I'm not going to say it's near perfect, but I had major concerns going into that movie that it was going to be a huge mess, because how do you take all these different storylines and different tones? Like, remember like how self-serious the first Thor movie was, and like how is that going to play with like how quippy and sarcastic Tony Stark is, and how earnest Steve Rogers is. Like, but they made it work. Yeah, it was great. It was like the perfect balance. It had just enough humor and just enough great action. I mean, the whole Battle of New York sequence at the end
good.
It's basically perfect. Yeah, I have almost no notes for that movie. My only like slight thing is like I'm not sure Loki pulled off being like the main villain, but like once you know that he's like working for somebody else, it kind of makes more sense.
Right. Yep. He wasn't the main villain though. Like that's the
right, but you didn't know that really until like the very end.
Right.
Yeah. So like through it all, it's like he's a secondary event. He's like a henchman for somebody else. Why is he like the big bad? But then like, oh, okay, I get it now. Right. And I see where they're going with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have that one later.
Okay. We'll get into it a little more then too.
I do as well.
I could go so far into that movie.
Yep. All right.
Which one are we on now? Number 6?
Charlie's number 6.
Yep. Or no. Yeah, it's number 6.
Number 6. A group of superpowered coworkers have a massive HR dispute that turns into airport dodgeball.
That's great.
The boss's mom issues cause chaos. 2 guys fight over who gets to be friends with the polite one, and the kid in spandex won't stop talking. Everyone forgets the villain halfway through because they're too busy punching each other over paperwork.
Civil War.
Yeah, and that's actually my number 6 as well. So now we all have it. So yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, Civil War is such a great time. I think the one knock on it that I do kind of agree with, that I've heard people have, is that the airport sequence, as cool as it is just so tonally different from the rest of the movie. Almost like it's almost like a short film that they just stuck in the middle. Yeah. And it goes back to this serious story at the end. Like, and I really like both. It is kind of jarring when you go from one to the other.
Yep.
But if you're going to do that, like at least have the action like really like blow you away. And seeing Giant Man and seeing Black Panther and like all those guys, and like
it was a mini Avengers movie.
Yeah, I mean, and I actually had that in my notes. It's Avengers 2.5 is what it is.
It's the follow-up to Age of Ultron.
And then people are like, well, then where's Thor and where's Hulk? It's like, well, because if either of them are on a team, then the battle's over. That's why they're not there.
Right. Yep. Well, so and like that's why I put Age of Ultron 9 and then Civil War number 8. Right? Because it is an extension of Age of Ultron, because Age of Ultron is what causes this whole divide in Civil War anyway.
It's true.
Yeah.
Right? And this is the one time that I disagree with Iron Man in all of the MCU. And I side with Captain America because Captain's right. Like, the moment that you relinquish control, that's when you get things where bad things start happening to innocent people. Like, who's going to make the call? Right? That is the one time. But I also, knowing how the story arc goes, I understand why Tony made that decision. Because Tony wanted out. And you see that at the end of the Infinity Saga, right? Tony just wanted out. And if he could just let go and give that control away, he was perfectly fine with it. So I understand he's wrong. He's just 100% wrong. But golly, that movie is so stinking good. And like the fight between Cap, Bucky, and Iron Man at the end of that movie.
Yep.
In the feels every time, because you're like, you're supposed to be brothers.
Yep.
And they're shots right out of the comic book too. Like
For sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't like when they overdo that stuff, but like the shot where like there's the three of them, and he's like, and
they're just going.
Tony's firing right into the shield. Like that is straight out of the comic, and it's just awesome.
And it's beautiful.
So
it was
beautiful.
done so stinking well. Like, and not only, this is the other thing, okay? The effect that it had on the MCU audience, okay? Like, it divided the audience.
Yeah.
Like, to this day, people are still like, Team Cap, Team Iron Man, Team Cap, Team Iron Man. And, like, I'm Team Iron Man for a whole different reason. It has nothing to do with that actual movie. Because if it was on that movie, Captain America, I'm Team Cap all day long. But, like, there's so much in that movie, and it's so good. The story arc, and, like, yeah, poor Tony's mom. But, like, that was however many years ago. And
he wasn't in control. Yeah.
Right.
No. Nope.
Like, be mad at Hydra, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Brainwashed him.
Yeah.
For love of God, man.
For sure.
You know? I mean, best lines, a couple of the best lines, he's my friend, and Tony's response, so was I.
So was I.
I was just like, oh my God, that's so true. So, like,
it's true,
so
but
good.
also, like, they were friends for quite a bit longer than Steve and Tony. So
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
it's like so long.
Yeah, but okay.
There's something.
But they, like, both sets of them, you know, Bucky and Cap and Tony, they went to war together. Like, they essentially went to war together in so, like, you can say, yeah, they were friends for a lot longer, but, like, that bond had happened because, like, they were doing crazy things, man. They were
And
fighting.
where was Bucky when they were sharing shawarma? Okay.
Right? I don't know. Not sure. What the hell was he?
Okay.
He was off killing somebody.
Yeah.
He was off murdering some people. Probably innocent children. Like, he was murdering innocent children and politicians. Like, he was definitely doing something nefarious.
Together.
They did.
After they closed the giant hole in the sky.
The way that scene plays out for, like, a full minute, where they're just sitting there, like they're just leaning back, their legs are out, they're just like munching on shawarma. It's so good. It's so good.
Where, like, Captain America is sitting covering his face because he grew out a beard because he was shooting something else at the time.
Right.
So his face is covered the whole time.
Yep.
Yes. Wasn't he doing? We did learn that you can't digitally remove a mustache, as we saw in the DCU with Superman not being able to move his mustache and him having, like, Play-Doh face when it's like what he just, like, looks at, you know, it's just so stupid. It's so stupid, but yeah, it's so good. The after credit scenes are some of the best things. Just because you've gone through such a ride throughout all of the different movies, and then, like, they may throw a spoiler, or they may throw, like, a future reference. They may throw something that will never come to pass, but they also may just have them sit down and have some shawarma, and that is the beauty of that movie.
It's the best way to end that movie.
Yeah, the best way. Love it.
The best.
Yeah, because, I mean, you did get a mid-credits that teased later on.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. But then there are some that are really funny where, like, they make you wait all the way to the end, and they're just like, why are you still here? Like,
yeah.
Right.
What are you waiting for?
Was it at the end of the first
be
Avenger where it's the Captain America, like, speech for, like, the public safety
Wasn't that the end of was it Homecoming? Because it's, like, Cap as, like, the it was show in detention.
So good.
Yep.
Where he's, like, always turning the chair backwards because he's cool like that.
Yep.
Right.
So funny. So funny. Has nothing to do to add to the story. It's just there.
Nope.
It's so good.
So Caleb, are we on your number 6?
All right. Number 6. This movie should not have worked, but it did. You get a trash panda. You get a tree. And a bunch of ragamuffins, misfits.
Did it work though?
What are they doing in this movie?
Yeah, and somehow we all cared about them, like every single one of them.
Did they have a dance off at the end?
Yeah, the music, the humor, the heart, and it's about a family of second chances.
All right. Guardians of the
All
Galaxy
right,
Volume 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guardians Volume 1.
Charlie, do you have that anywhere higher up?
I have it at number 5.
Oh,
Okay. I don't have it anywhere on my list, so we can discuss.
Okay.
okay.
Not a bad film.
My favorite
Just not in my top
Misfits.
10.
Yeah, my favorite Misfits of the universe. An epic soundtrack and a dance off to save the planet. I mean, I'm all in. And the way that movie started for me, like, just got me hooked immediately. Where Peter's just doing his thing, listening to music, and then he's dancing, and then he kicks that, like, he's got it in his hand, and he's like he picks up one of the, like, animals, and he's singing,
The lizards.
he's singing into the animal.
So good.
And then, like, and then they put the Guardians logo at the top. It's just,
so
for
good.
me, it hit at the right time. The movie was fantastic. I really like. It was very surprising to me, having seen Chris Pratt and his character on Parks and Recreation, to see him in any role other than that, and have him be able to do it. And he nailed it. And I thought he did such a great job, and all the other characters just really were excellent for me.
Mhm.
And tonally, how the music fit with all of the different scenes, and it's like, wait, what do we play? Why is this playing right now? And then you just kind of like, oh, all right, I guess that does fit here. I guess that does work for this. And then to have them all come together at the end in such a goofy ass way, where they are, like, Peter's like, I'm gonna do a dance off, and they're all like, what the hell are you doing? And the villain's like, what are you doing, man? And
Yep.
and then that ends up being a distraction, and because all of them touch each other, they're able to, as a family, like, hold the stone and save the world, which is just super
Which you
cool.
find out in Volume 2 that the only reason why he was able to do that is he's part god.
He is part god. He would have vaporized 100%. He's dumb. He's very dumb, but he would have. Right. But he's lovable.
Right. But, like, one of the reasons why I love Guardians Volume 1 has nothing to do with actually the Guardians.
Okay.
Like, it gives us an insight to the big bad of
Thanos,
the Infinity Saga.
Yeah.
That is Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, now, like, that's the first movie that introduces this potentially real big bad dude. That's more than just a glimpse of him, right? Or like a whisper of him. Like, we get to, like, learn about him because of Gamora. And, like,
yeah,
you start diving into that, and you go, okay, like, where are they going to take this? Nobody knew, right? Nobody knew that it was going to go the way that it did. But, like, the way that it ends up in the Infinity Saga is fantastic. Like, it really lays the groundwork so that Infinity War and Endgame can run like it did. So I love Guardians Volume 1. It's not quite my top 5, but it's just outside.
All right. So that was your number 6. My 6 was Civil War. So, Charlie, what's your number 5?
Guardians 5. Or Guardians Volume 1, you said.
Yeah, Guardians Volume 1 was number 5.
Guardians 1, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we
back to Caleb.
Go right to my number 5? Woo!
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Number 5. Well, wait, we already talked about this. Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh,
okay.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about it. Spider-Man No Way Home.
Love it. Love it.
All right, just making a note of that so we can keep track of
pure magic. Three Spider-Man.
So good.
Are they better than one? Who's to say?
I don't know. I feel so bad for Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Didn't get to save Gwen.
Oh my God. The way that
But that
down.
redemption. The redemption of saving MJ.
Oh my God. I thought she was gonna I wasn't sure what was gonna happen, but I was pretty sure that they weren't gonna kill her off right then.
Yeah, because
All right.
that's what Peter needed, to lose his aunt and then lose his girlfriend.
He would have decapitated.
I mean, it was a
Green
dark
Goblin.
enough ending as it
Yeah.
was.
I know.
Green
He
Goblin
about
would have got
killed Green
decapitated.
Goblin.
If MJ died, Green Goblin's head was coming off. Like it was coming off real fast.
Yep.
All right, Tyler, what's your
All
number
right.
5?
My number
four?
5 is 5. I'm on 5, I think.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, you're on 5.
And you guys might have this higher. I think this is the funniest MCU movie. It is where we took a character that was very serious and realized he could be funny. Really played up. Yes.
What'd you say?
Yes,
4?
absolutely.
Thor
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok, yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have that higher?
I do.
Okay. All right.
I neglected this one, and
You did.
Oh yeah, mistake.
Okay.
Mistake. There's too many movies.
All right. Do a quick little.
Would you knock out like a number 10 or 9 and replace it with Ragnarok?
Not Deadpool and Wolverine, not Spider-Man No Way Home. I might knock out. I don't know. I love all these movies. No, I'm not knocking anything out.
Okay,
I do think Ragnarok could have got, like, if it was a different Charlie tomorrow that was putting this list together, I might have put Ragnarok at number 5 or number 6, or like
if it's a different Charlie tomorrow.
5 through 10 are all movies that I kind of think are like on the same level, but like, when I think about them, I'm just like, okay, which one of these gave me the most emotions and made me feel a lot of different things? And Ragnarok didn't do that for me, except for it made me laugh a lot. I really enjoyed Ragnarok. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. So
okay. Well, we'll save it till it comes up for Caleb, but that was my number 5. All right. So Charlie, what's your number 4?
okay, so we're rehashing things at this point. I'm gonna re-describe it, but we'll do the guessing, and then we won't have to talk about it. Very polite man struggles to understand smartphones while realizing his coworkers are the bad guys.
Winter Soldier.
Yes, sir. The Winter Soldier.
That's such an odd but accurate, strangely true. Like,
yeah,
I love that.
Yeah. Well, we'll save it because I do have more I want to say, but we'll save that till it comes up.
Sounds good.
Okay.
In just a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Number 4 is Winter Soldier for you. Got it.
Yep.
My number 4. Talked about it a little bit already. I still remember seeing it for the first time. The 6 heroes on one screen. It's funny. It's fun. Packed with moments that define the entire Infinity Saga, right? And the Battle of New York with the shawarma ending. Avengers 1. Fantastic.
Yep.
I don't know how they made it work, but they did.
They did.
I feel like that one is a little underrated now.
It is.
I feel like it gets overshadowed by the ones that come later, but
Infinity,
I mean, it's fantastic.
It's really such a good movie.
It's really,
and
really
you
good.
could, I remember seeing it at the time with a group of friends, and not all of them had seen all of the movies that came before, and they were able to like pick up and just kind of run with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't need the backstory.
You weareth her drapes. What is it? Shakespeare in the Park?
Right.
Doth mother know you weareth her drapes? Some of the best one-liners. That man's playing Galaga.
Yes, that wasn't scripted. That was an unscripted moment that they had to add the guy playing Galaga in after because
good.
Robert Downey Jr. was like, "I'm gonna do like this is a thing. I'm gonna do this." Like, yeah, it was really funny.
How does he see?
How does he
turns.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exhausting.
Or I mean, the classic line is like, "I have an army, we have a Hulk."
We have a Hulk.
Right.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Hulk's line, "Puny God."
Yeah.
So good.
Or the moment where it's like, "That's my secret. I'm always angry."
I'm always angry. And then he just like turns. So oh my god, so good. My other one that I mentioned is you and me. We stay here on the ground. Keep the fighting here. And Hulk, smash. So good. It's so good. Like it's just so good.
Yeah. Avengers 1. You can't have the Infinity Saga without the Avengers 1. Right?
No,
Like
you
you
don't.
can't.
You
Yeah.
don't. And
So
the
good.
coolest thing was seeing all of those different movies and having um, Nick Fury just kind of popping up here and there,
And all
or
of them.
Coulson popping up here and there. Like things were happening behind the scenes to set this Avengers initiative up,
Right.
and we were all like, "Oh my god, this is coming! Like it's gonna happen!" And this was before they were like really giving us full on timelines for when they were going to be
Right.
releasing all the different movies. So like knowing, but not 100% knowing that we were going to get this, and then getting this and having it be the way that it was, and having Hulk pick up Loki by the feet and smash him back and forth. It's just
So good.
So good. And then, I mean, and then having it tie together later to one of these other movies that we're going to talk about, like just having the timelines connect somehow is like, okay, somebody was really thinking about this ahead of time. It doesn't like just happen. Like the timelines don't connect just by mistake. So Avengers 1 is my number 3, actually.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, let me write that down. Okay.
Okay.
So now we're down. I think we're at my number 4.
Yes.
I haven't said my.
I think so.
Charlie, can you read that description about the cat suit again, please?
Yes, I can. All right, here we go.
This is the best.
A secretly super advanced nation argues over who gets to wear a cat suit and jump off things.
Yes.
So
Black
good.
Panther. Black Panther's my number 4.
So good.
It might be the best film in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Like as in terms of like the script, the acting, the way it's shot, the whole look of it. Like I mean, it was nominated for an Oscar, and not many MCU films can say that.
Right.
It is fantastic, and I think this is maybe the best villain story in the whole MCU.
Killmonger,
because it's another one where you get why he is the way he is. Like, and I don't agree with his methods. I think he goes a little bit insane by the end, but you can see where he's coming from. And Michael B. Jordan, of course, fantastic actor. And I hope we get to see some kind of multiverse version where he is like a good Black Panther. That would be amazing, because I think he would deserve a shot to like play a character that is like a good version of that. I think it'd be awesome. But yeah, I love this movie. And it's another one that just can totally stand alone. You don't need any context around it to have it work.
Yep.
Yeah, it does a very good job. Very good job. It's not the first time we see Black Panther, though.
No, that was a very cool reveal in Civil War when you're not really expecting it, and he attacks. But
super.
But
good.
Getting to see Wakanda for the first time and all of that is like
it's pretty epic.
So
incredible. Yeah,
it's pretty epic.
Wait, in the timeline though, Black Panther came before Civil War, right?
No, it's after.
Nope, it's after.
So it takes place after?
Yeah, because he's hiding Bucky at that point.
Yep.
Which you find out at the end of Black Panther.
Okay.
Would they call him? Wasn't he like
White? Was it White Wolf?
White
or
Wolf?
Something?
Yeah.
Which, if we ever got that spinoff, like, obviously we can't do it now because we're too far.
Too far,
right?
Well, he's a senator now.
If we could have gotten the White Wolf version of Bucky, it would have been so good. I love that they harken back to that, but like, we can't do it now because, well,
couple reasons.
We can do anything in the timeline.
He's also too old. You can't use his actor. You can't use his actor as White Wolf because he's too old. I think that
we can do anything in the timeline.
You can. You could totally do that, but you can't de-age.
Multiverse, man.
You can de-age all you want, but like not for an entire movie.
Yeah,
like that. That's just weird. Like, and with Harrison Ford and like Indiana Jones, when they de-aged him and that, it was just like, what are we doing here? Like, this doesn't.
Yeah.
Let's not do this, please.
They did really well with it with Tony Stark in Civil War, though.
They did for the couple scenes that you got to see. Yep, they did
for the 10 seconds he was on screen.
Yep.
All right, so we know you're number 3. Charlie is Avengers 1.
We do. Yep.
Which brings me to my number 3.
Can I read my description of this one? I was kind of proud of this one.
Oh, yes, please.
A billionaire, a popsicle, a thunder god, a rage monster, and 2 highly skilled regular people are forced to share office space because a glow stick from space causes problems.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is
no notes. That's perfect.
Yep.
All right. Your turn, Caleb.
That's great.
Thanks.
Well, mine's not that good. My number 3 is Thor Ragnarok. We've already talked about it. So I want to get into that discussion. And let's before we get into it, I'm gonna say this: the first 2 Thor movies were all right.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I really liked the first one. I liked the first one.
First one was good.
Cool. It was a unique tone, and they kind of went for it. And I'm glad they changed the way they did later on.
Right,
but,
blonde eyebrows though. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love that, but like,
so weird.
If you're gonna really go for it in this very like Shakespearean tone, I think that it kind of worked.
Okay, it worked great. First one was awesome. It was great because we got to see the introduction of Thor, and we got to see all of that, which is awesome. The second movie, I get it. We had to introduce the ether for the Infinity Saga. Get it. But Ragnarok really blew the doors off of what we knew a Thor movie could be.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The humor, the beautiful colors, the chaos. I also loved the fact that we get Hulk, who doesn't get a movie ever in the entire Infinity Saga, and Mark Ruffalo doesn't want a Hulk movie, so like I get that. And the first 2 Hulk movies were whatever, but like this was the first time that there was a movie that was enjoyable to watch that was Hulk. Okay, and it also scratched the itch of giving us Planet Hulk.
Yes,
and Jeff Goldblum.
Did phenomenal.
Just playing himself, pretty much.
He was just
like,
himself.
Okay, I get it. Okay, he's supposed to be this essentially a god on that planet or realm or wherever they're at. But it was just Jeff Goldblum in a robe. Like,
yeah. But what more do you need?
No, you don't need anything else. And the fight scene with Immigrant Song, so good. So good. Losing an eye. Now he's like his father.
Talk about great villains too. Hela's great.
Yeah. So good.
And they established the threat right away when she destroys the hammer. Like, I mean, just incredible.
Like
with her hand.
So okay, I don't have this movie. I don't have this movie on my list. So we'll talk about it, but like it's gonna come out in the story that they did for Thor. You don't get to expound on it. Thor: Love and Thunder sucked. But like the story that we get for Thor is so heartbreaking and so redemptive from essentially Dark World on. And it's just, it's so good. So good. We'll get to it later. I'll dive into it, but God, so good. Thor Ragnarok was great.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
All right, so we're on to my number 3.
Number 3.
So I would hesitate to use this description, but I don't know of another way to kind of describe this movie. I would say it is the Empire Strikes Back of the MCU. And I don't like that description because it it's not The Empire Strikes Back, because that's the best movie of all time. But
All right.
this one, it's a sequel that takes a darker tone. It leaves you at a cliffhanger, and it's Infinity War.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they
I-
really,
Yep.
yeah, I mean I love this one. I think they really went for like having the high stakes. I think leading it off, showing that like the Hulk is vulnerable to Thanos was like a
Mhm.
really smart move. And then there's just consistent great set pieces throughout the whole thing. And then just when you think like, okay, maybe they have a leg up, no, snap, done. Like, and it just ends, and there's almost no soundtrack at the end. It's just silent.
That's it.
Yep.
I love that choice.
They let us sit with it.
Yeah.
And like it's one of those situations when you're in the theater and you're experiencing that movie with 100, 150 other people, and there's no sound, nothing happens, nobody makes a sound, maybe somebody coughs, and it's just like,
Yeah, it's just black.
uh,
Lights off.
I don't feel so
And
good,
then-
Mr. Stark.
Oh,
Right in the
I
like,
want,
oh my god,
I want to go home. I want to go home.
oh my god, like it's just so crazy, so
Does
good.
anybody else have this movie on their list?
No.
I don't either.
Nope.
You guys didn't have, you had Endgame,
Could've
but you
been
didn't
up
have
there.
Infinity War.
It should have been on there.
Oh,
I mean, but here's the
man.
thing,
No.
there's so many good movies. Like there are so many movies that resonate. Like I think that it could have been any number of these movies. Infinity War could have been on here for sure. But in terms of the emotion, like the shock factor at the end of Infinity War, and the fact that the snap happened, and then we just sat there with silence, could have put this movie anywhere on this list for me. But I have a harder time with it because I'd like to find out what is happening. And I really didn't know.
That's not
I didn't
why.
know what was happening. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know. Like I hadn't read all of the those different comics at that point, so I didn't know that there potentially could be. I knew the multiverse existed, and I knew all of that stuff could happen, but I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So it hit hard for me. And like when like we were talking about earlier, when I'm not prepared for something, I struggle with it. And I was struggling at the end of this movie. Like I was like, oh, they got him. Oh my God, they got him. Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, they didn't get him.
They did not get him. And that snap was like,
Right.
so
Yeah,
good.
and I think to me the only thing that is a knock on it is that ultimately those stakes aren't permanent
Right.
because of what happens in the next one.
Right.
So really, like the big like shocking thing is what happens to Tony at the end of Endgame. But and that's another one of those things. Like I wish that all this stuff wasn't so publicized about like how many movies these actors
Yes,
are signed
right.
on to do, because like
Mhm.
if you see, they're snapped away, but they have 2 more movies on their deal, it's like, okay, well they'll be back. So
Yeah, I don't like that.
it's just one of those things. Like
Right.
I don't like that stuff is out there. I wish there had been a little bit more of a surprise, but yeah, and it's a small thing, because like if you go in
Sure.
not knowing anything about the story, it's very effective. But
Very,
then
very.
it's
The Russo
it is,
brothers did fantastic.
So
yeah,
good.
but it is more or less undone with Endgame,
Right.
which is kind of
They
why
know-
one of the reasons I have Endgame lower on my list, because I feel like the stakes are a little bit lower than what they seem to be in Infinity War.
Right.
Yeah. Are they known as the
Sure.
Russos now? I think they're known as the Russos at this point. I think
Yeah, they could be.
they're different. Their identified gender is different now than what it was when they filmed those movies, I believe. Anyway,
Yeah.
um,
So the only reason why I don't have that movie on my list is because of Endgame.
I can see that.
And I would count both of those movies as one.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
they
kinda fair.
Certainly can. They certainly can be looked at as one. But for all of us who had to watch one of them and then wait for the next one, they were separate movies. Everybody, all three of us, we were all on that. So I
remember sitting in the movie theater.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in the movie theater and watching Peter Parker fade to nothing, and the look on Tony Stark's face.
God, Robert Downey, man, so good.
Of absolute loss.
So good.
Like, I remember it. I cried. I cried leaving both movies, Endgame and Infinity War. I cried both times. We'll get to that in a second.
Yep.
But it's, oh man,
so good.
And
great stuff.
Loki dying at the very beginning, right? Like,
yeah. But that's another thing, though. It's like, yes, but not really. Well, because of what happens later on. Now, granted, he's from a different part in the timeline.
Totally
but
different.
It all goes away.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the other thing, too, right? The Loki TV series doesn't actually happen. Because Cap... No, because Cap puts the stones back. So it undoes it all.
But I'm pretty sure he's at the center of time and space.
No, he never disappears.
Universes. These are different universes, though. Like, I think...
Or different timelines.
No, he never disappears.
You don't think so?
Well, because it branches off when anything changes, it like branches off into a separate timeline.
But then Cap goes back and puts the Tesseract back.
Okay.
So he never disappears.
Puts it back to where, though?
In Avengers Tower at the end of Avengers 1. Remember, that's where like they grab. That's where they were going to grab it. Right. But Cap goes back and he does all that.
Okay.
Even though he didn't get even though they didn't get the Tesseract then, they got the Tesseract from World War
Shield.
Right, from Shield. But in order for the timeline to get back to perfect and end the way it did, he had to go and restore order. That's the only way you get it to do that. So all of that stuff doesn't happen. Which is how
magic, Caleb. But space magic.
But that's how they can justify just erasing the entire Kang story.
Wormholes.
They can.
Guys.
Right.
Wormholes. Absolutely wormholes.
But like that's how they can wipe off the whole Kang story. If it
works for Star Tours, it works for the MCU.
Absolutely.
Now, the only way that they could redeem that is to play off of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania.
Yeah.
But
they want to pretend that didn't happen.
They do want to pretend that didn't happen because, I mean... Yeah, we don't have to get into that. But, all right, my number 2, we already talked about it. A bunch of space idiots argue for 2 hours while floating around with daddy issues.
Is this Star Wars The Last Jedi?
Whoa. It is not Star Wars The Last Jedi.
All right.
I mean, I guess it could be, but
not in the MCU though. That's not in the MCU.
Floating around with a bunch of daddy issues.
Yep. A bunch of space idiots argue for 2 hours while floating around with daddy issues.
Guardians 2?
Guardians 2.
Yeah, like that's the only one it could be.
That's the only one it could be. And I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Oh my God. The goofiest but most heartbreaking thing for a character to say, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Just like as he's floating down from the sky. It's like so good. And then all of the things we talked about already.
Is he cool?
Is he cool?
He's
very cool.
He's very cool.
I'm Mary Poppins.
So good.
So good.
So good.
Yadu. All right.
And again, for all the reasons we talked about earlier, the emotions that were brought to the forefront of this one, the Ravager funeral, Yondu, and just so good. So good. So that was my number 2.
Yeah. Guardians 2. So good. So good.
All right. Caleb, number 2.
Okay, number 2 is Avengers Endgame.
All right.
And it's hard to talk about Endgame as a movie by itself because Infinity War is a necessity for that.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But like Endgame is the grand finale to the story that we've been watching for, at that point in time, a decade or more.
Yeah, it was what, 11 years?
11 years.
11 years.
So like depending on when you saw, like it's just it was the finale to the accumulation of all of this story into one final, this is it. And yeah, it was so emotional.
So emotional.
Tony Stark. Okay, so this is why I'm Team Cap. Okay, Charlie, is this number 1?
Wait,
for you?
No, you were Team Iron Man.
Or, yeah,
I thought.
No, I'm Team Iron Man. Sorry, I just read here.
I say if I convinced you that easily,
no,
then
I'm not Team Cap. Charlie, is this on your list yet?
Yeah, it's number 1.
Okay, so we won't go into it quite yet. We'll go into it after Tyler.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's just incredible. Number 2, Endgame.
Okay. All right, my number 2 is, I think, the best origin story ever put to film. It's the one that started it all.
Yeah.
It is. It's a nearly perfect movie. The cast is 100% perfect across the board, and it's one of those where it had no right to be as good as it was. They didn't even know what they had at the time. And I mean, only thing I can think to compare it to is the original Star Wars. Where it's almost an accident how good it is, and then everything that happens after is because of how good it is.
Yeah, Iron Man 1.
And it's Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
And Jon Favreau is a
Fantastic.
genius, and now he's using his genius for Star Wars, which we love. And yeah, it's just, I mean, the idea to cast RDJ, I know the studio wanted to go younger, but whatever they saw in RDJ.
Have you seen the casting? Like they have video. Have you seen it of
So
him coming in?
Of him doing it? Yeah.
He came in and like he ad-libbed. He took the script, he added things in, and he just exuded Tony Stark. He was Tony Stark from that day on. Like it never went back from there. And 100% agree. None of these other movies would exist because Marvel would be a dead company. They were banking on everything happening with this movie.
But even then, Iron Man wasn't a Marvel movie at the time. Like, it was Marvel, but it wasn't Disney Marvel. It was Paramount.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, they had to go to a separate studio.
Yep.
Buy the rights
from
Marvel to make the movie. And then killed the movie. Like, out of the park.
Yeah. I mean, it's so near perfect. Like, the whole like opening sequence to the capture to the escape sequence with the Mark I suit. I mean, it's just it's so awesome. Good. Like, and yeah, I mean, I wish I could go back and like see that for the first time again.
Tony Stark made this in a cave,
right?
with a bunch of scraps.
Right?
Yeah, even like and that's not a great villain, but like it's done well for that movie. I think
enough.
They knew not to like, because like the whole story of that movie is like getting him in the suit. So like the villain can't overshadow that.
Right.
But I mean, the balance of it is just, it's great. And and it also started the trope of the end credits scene, like one of the still one of the best ones ever. When you hear the words Avengers Initiative.
Yep.
And that in credit scene, it's just like an oh my god moment.
Yep.
Like it'll never be topped.
They knew.
If you go back and you watch the Hulk movies, at the end of the Hulk movies in the end credit scene, Tony Stark shows up.
Yeah.
at the end of it to talk to. Is he talking to Bruce Banner?
It's
Yeah, he
Ross.
talks.
It's
It's Ross.
Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah, it's Ross. Yep.
Yeah. So they had an idea, but
Mhm.
there's no way they could have known how successful it would be.
No.
No way.
So it's one of those like maybe we'll get to do this, and it was beyond whatever they
Right.
thought in their wildest dreams what it would be. But yeah,
Right.
Iron Man 1 is it's so close to perfect, only eclipsed by the movie that I have at number 1, but we'll get to that in a minute. So I know you guys, Charlie, your number 1 you said is Endgame.
Yes, sir. Endgame is my
Yep.
number
Okay.
1. A group of
And-
superpowered friends spend 3 hours trying to undo a bad science project.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Bad description.
You're not
That's what I was
wrong.
going for.
I was really bummed out at the very beginning. It was so anticlimactic in Endgame where they just go and Thor just chops his head off.
Right?
It's like,
Yeah.
What are you gonna do for the next 2.5 hours? But
Right?
they did well. They did well.
They did really well.
Yeah, that was a really smart idea to get Thanos from the part in the timeline where he hasn't achieved what he wanted to achieve yet, so he's still like super hungry for it.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. A
So
lot more of a threat.
I'm gonna tie this right into my number 1. Okay, because we're talking about Endgame.
Is that your number 1 also?
No, Endgame was number 2. for me.
Endgame was 2. Okay, yeah.
Yep. So think of the storylines that come to a point. They come to a head in Endgame, right? Thor lost his identity. Okay, like you got to think about it. He lost his hammer. He lost his dad. He lost his brother. He lost his mom. And that's why we get Fat Thor.
He became Lebowski. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, Lebowski
Right.
Thor. Yep.
Awesome.
So he lost all those things, and then he loses the opportunity to do the right thing in Infinity War, which was kill Thanos. And then he tries to redeem himself in killing Thanos in Endgame, which we all know doesn't do anybody any good.
Didn't do anything. Yeah.
Right. So there's that. The storyline that you get for Captain America, right? He's on the run and all that from Civil War, and now we're here, and he kind of gets some redemption back in the eyes of the people, we'll call it, because the government has effectively turned their heads and their eyes against him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's a criminal. And it, like the scene where like he shows up and the whole thing, and Ross is like, arrest him to Rhodey, and he's like, yes sir, wipes him away, and he goes, that's court martial. And like then they hug, right? Like there's that whole thing, like it's everybody coming back together. And then this
just proves Cap was right all along about that oversight.
Oh yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yep.
Right? Totally agree. We're seeing the effects in the new stuff now. If you watch the Thunderbolts, the new Avengers,
Why isn't that on
Like, you
anyone's
see that-
list?
That was one of the ones I wrestled with for like
Did you?
9 or 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
really,
really did.
really
'cause
good.
I really liked it.
It's a
Thunderbolts
really
was good.
Yeah.
But like that's that government oversight, right?
Yep.
Like because of the Sokovia Accords, like there's no Avengers anymore.
Right.
And now we have this. But the biggest story arc in Endgame is Tony Stark's. Okay? Because it is the accumulation
Oh, he's angry.
of everything. It's the accumulation of everything from Iron Man 1, which is my number 1 movie.
Okay.
To Endgame. Okay? You see Iron Man go from this cocky billionaire, war profiteering dude, right?
Was it genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist?
Right,
Yep.
right. To at the end of Infinity War, beginning of Endgame, he now has a family, I Love You 3000 will forever break
Oh
my heart.
God. Oh my God.
He comes back to the Avengers campus, brings Cap his shield back, right? And says, bring everybody back. Awesome, if we can. But lose everything I have, I can't do that. To then him being the most selfless dude.
Yeah.
When Doctor Strange holds up the one, he knew exactly what he had to do. It was the only way that they could win. To this day gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because the story arc from selfish, only think about me, it's the way Dad did it, it's the way America does it, it's worked out pretty good so far, to I have to give up myself in order for everything that I love to carry on. Beautiful.
Agreed. Yeah, it's a great overall arc for sure.
It is the 11 years of a story.
Yep.
Incredible. And there hasn't been a story told like that in a long time.
I think it would be really hard to do something like that again, because at this point, a lot of people are fatigued from superhero movies, and during this 10-year period leading up to Infinity War and Endgame, it was like they were just continuing to break records and continuing to bring people out to the movie theater. I don't think people are going to the movie theater as much as they used to at this point. I don't think people are interested in going to see superhero movies. I think people did come out for Superman, but I don't think that you could make 25 movies and then have a culmination of all of those 25 movies and make billions of dollars on that 10 years from now. Like, I just don't think that works anymore.
Well, they've even admitted they oversaturated. Like, they did too much too fast, and I really think it was when they started adding in the TV shows where it got to be too much.
Yeah.
Because for a while the TV shows were actually very essential to understand the whole story.
Yeah.
And then they kind of took a back seat and like, okay, no, like TV shows are there, but you don't have to have watched all of them to get everything. But then it's like, what's the point?
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. I think they're slowing down, it seems to be a little bit, and I like what the last few things they've done. I've enjoyed. Thunderbolts I thought was really good. I like Fantastic Four. The last couple TV shows, I mean, Daredevil, Born Again was awesome.
Season 2's coming.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that was just confirmed. Yeah, which we kind of knew, but yeah, I mean, I think they got to slow it down and make it more of an event, because I think people will go to the movies. We've seen like those event type things where, like, you know, when the week where it was the Barbenheimer, like everybody was going to the movies for one, if not both of those. Yep. So people will go. You just have to give them good reasons to go.
Yep. And Robert Downey Jr. got a redemption there too, where he didn't think he could play another character. He wasn't sure going into Oppenheimer that he could act and do another character. And he did. Christopher Nolan was like, dude, shut up. Just do this thing. You got this.
Well, that was his first stab at playing a villain, and now he'll get another one.
And now he gets to play. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yep. With him playing, that reveal was amazing. The moments after it happened, it being on the internet, and I was like, wait, what? And then he pulled off his mask, and I was like, and then I like immediately forwarded it to like all the people that I knew that were like interested in this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, guys, what is this? What's happening?
I was so torn on it at first, because like it's a cool idea, but it also felt like desperation to me.
Sure.
It's like, look, we know what we're doing. We're gonna bring him back, right? You guys like that, right? Like,
well, it's not him though.
Like that, like, right? But like,
yes, we like Robert. He's been in good things. Yeah, we like RGJ. Yep. Yeah. And it might be. I mean, I think I hope that he didn't sign on. I hope he signed on having read the synopsis for the script, or having read the script, and was like, dude, I'm all in. Like, because I'd be upset if he decided to come back knowing that they weren't going to do, like, because the paycheck, I'm sure, is huge.
Yeah, but I think he's past the point where he's worried about that.
Yeah.
He
Like,
doesn't care. Oh, the
I
money,
think
you
he'd
mean?
want to make it. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I mean, he's made so much because he had percentage of the royalties on all of the MCU movies, so it wasn't just his like base salary.
Dude.
So and that was that
He's
was the
set.
smart risk that he took with the first one. So yeah, so he's set. So I mean, I'm sure the money's great, but it's like I don't think he would come back if he didn't believe in it. That doesn't mean it's automatically going to be good.
Right.
But
No,
he believes
he had
in
made
it.
he had made that statement at the reveal. He was like, I would only come back if I could play a character that I felt and believed that I could pull off. And when the Russos had approached him about doing Doctor Doom, he was immediately like, okay, I can embody that, because it's hints of Tony Stark, right?
Well, it's clearly going to be a Tony Stark variant, like
right.
Because if it's not, there's no reason to cast him.
No,
right. So like,
because you're going to have to play off the other characters seeing Tony Stark in Doom.
Yep.
Well, right. So it's got to be like, I don't think his name's going to be Tony Stark. Right?
No, but I think
Victor,
he will be
but,
that universe's version of a Tony
right,
Stark that happens to be Victor Von Doom.
Right. So like it's going to be stuff like that, and it's going to tie. It's got to tie together so perfectly. I don't know if you guys have seen the cast announcement where like they did
all those chairs. Yeah.
All the chairs.
Like it ends with RDJ on his.
Yeah.
And you're just like, this movie's going to be epic.
Or it could be a giant mess.
I don't know, man. Like, you got the Russos doing it.
Yeah.
Like, they just did the two most amazing Avenger movies ever.
Well, not according to my ranking.
Right, that's fair. According to my ranking, the two most amazing Avengers movies ever. And now they're going to go and take Doomsday. Like, it can only be decent.
I am cautiously optimistic.
Right.
Same.
But there's a whole lot of characters that they're going to start to play with that they haven't had to deal with before.
Right.
All those X-Men coming in, them writing the Fantastic Four, so it's going to have a different tone than that movie did. So we'll see. Of course, I'll be there day one, very excited, but I am cautiously optimistic. I still have my number one to talk about, and we'll get out of here for tonight. I mean, there's no suspense here. It's a perfect movie. It's a 70s spy thriller. It's a political thriller. It is just one of the best sequels ever. Perfect action, perfect twists all the way through.
Yeah.
It's Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
It's the number one. It's not particularly close, in my opinion. It hits every beat exactly right. Cap becoming more, I don't know if cynical is the right word, but like questioning authority, which was so different for him.
Yeah.
And then that's where, like, we don't get the Cap in Civil War and Infinity War without going through what he does in this movie, where like all the structure that he has come to trust crumbles around him.
Right.
Just amazing.
So you see I look at it like this. Captain America and Tony Stark swap stories. Okay? At the very beginning of the Infinity Saga, you got the cocky billionaire Tony Stark, right? He's very me-focused, very like that. And then you get this goody two-shoes, by the book Captain America, right? As you look down the line, they kind of swap stories a little bit, and Tony Stark becomes more by the book, very selfless, which is what Captain America was back in the very beginning, very selfless. And you get Captain America becoming more, I'm going to protect what's mine. Like you get that, and that swap happens at Civil War, right?
But he doesn't do that at the expense of
correct
other people.
Right. It's just that it's the stories do this cross at Civil War, where and this is where I was talking about at Civil War, where you start looking, especially at the ends of the events of Infinity War into Endgame, Tony Stark's trying to get out, right? He doesn't care about, he wants to just pass the baton and no longer do this anymore. Like,
well, so does Cap.
Right.
Which you can tell by, now he didn't say that to anybody.
Right.
I mean, apparently he told Bucky before he did what he was going to do, because Bucky didn't even really react.
Right.
But yeah, so they were both looking for their way out, but in different ways.
In different ways, which is why Captain America doing what he did, he was like, no, that justness in him is still there, of like, I can't just let this go on and be what it is. And Tony Stark is like doing the same thing effectively, saying, I'm going to build a shield around the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
They took it upon themselves in different ways, but both doing the same thing. Cap goes against the grain, and you see that in Winter Soldier, right? Where everything starts to really start to crumble down. His foundations that he was built on, what he believed, his core values start to kind of come in on him. And he's like, wait. And then Civil War really amps that up. Mm-hmm. Tony Stark's going, I already took care of it. And that's how we get Age of Ultron and all this other stuff, right? But like, they kind of do this personality swap a little bit, where now Captain America is a little bit more dark, and Tony Stark's comes out as the hero that saved everybody at the end of Endgame. Not that it's bad or whatever for either one of them. It's just, it's very interesting how they wrote that story, and it was masterfully done.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you think if Cap had been in that position, he would have done the same thing?
100%.
For sure. 100%. Yep. And
it had a different weight because Tony then had the family thinking of and all of that. Yeah.
Right. Whereas like Cap didn't have any of that ever. Like that's kind of his whole shtick, is that like, oh, I never got to be with Peggy. I never got to do this. You know,
he gets to, go back to the 40s and end up with her.
He gets that dance.
A big crybaby.
Whoa!
I won't stand for that.
But like it was masterfully done. And Winter Soldier, I loved. Winter Soldier was the first time that I saw in a superhero movie where like, oh, we're just beating up whoever we can. Like, okay. And then Iron Man 3 was the first time I saw
the elevator fight scene in Winter Soldier is incredible.
So
it's
so
perfect.
Good. So good.
And how you see him start to notice everything, and then that one line, like, before we get started, would anybody like to get out? Like,
yeah, so good. So good.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And like, so like that was the first movie where I was like, oh man, like, okay, they're starting to not play by rules. And then you get to Iron Man 3, which of a movie.
I kind of like Iron Man 3. It's different.
Right. But like, he's flat out using a gun.
Yeah. Well, because of lack of options.
Right. But like, you don't see superheroes resort to those things.
Nope.
Yeah.
Right. So like, it brings out the humanity in these characters, and it's so good, especially since like Tony Stark is nothing without a suit, other than a billionaire playboy philanthropist, genius. Like, aside from those four things, without his suit, he's just a regular dude.
Mm-hmm.
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Yeah, I mean, without all those things, without the suit, he's all of those things, which is definitely
right.
Just your average
But
Joe,
Steve
right?
knows a bunch of guys with none of that worth 10 of him.
100%.
Right.
So
yep.
You're right. but like it's just it's so well done. I wish that they could make good cinema like that again. They can't.
Maybe they'll get back to it.
Maybe.
Maybe they'll get back to it.
I will say,
hold out hope.
I will say, Fantastic Four was the first movie since No Way Home that I went, oh, we're back.
Mm.
Thunderbolts was a great lead into it.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four like solidified, like, oh, we're getting back on track to like good superhero movies.
I'll just real quick, since we brought up Thunderbolts a little bit, because I know we're running long. But what I really loved about Thunderbolts is the way they depicted the mental
illness
issues.
100%.
Yeah, I thought that was super innovative and unlike anything we've seen before. And those characters, and I have watched not all the TV shows, but most of them. So I had seen most of those characters where they had come from, and it was cool to see them all together and, react exactly like you think they would, like at first all be in it for themselves and then have to sort of come together and be a team. And Red Guardian, I mean, David Harbour, just like chef's kiss, perfect. Like more of him. Yeah, more of him, less of everything else would be great. And then like Fantastic Four, like another standalone, not an origin story,
right?
Which was a really smart move, like because we've been there, seen that. But that look that it has, taking place on a different Earth, where clearly Reed Richards has done no wrong. Just very, very smart. And then, I mean, the villain, like Galactus, like I didn't think they did that great, but that really wasn't the point of that movie. It's to establish that family, Marvel's first family, and bring them into everything else. So I was really surprised. I mean, spoilers for Fantastic Four if anybody hasn't seen it, but we really don't see how they end up where they are at the end credit scene of Thunderbolts.
Nope.
Right.
That's got to be something. Fantastic Four is the question. Is it a different?
I think it has to be.
I mean,
I think it has to be. And I mean, the theory is that scene is like partway through Doomsday.
Yep.
It's like Doom attacks their Earth, and then they escape to Earth 616 to find everybody else.
How crazy! How crazy would it be for them to save their Earth from Galactus, and then Doom destroys their Earth, so they have like. We just saved all these guys. Now we have to run. Like, you want to talk about like them being feeling,
or maybe it's
bad.
Not running because he destroyed their Earth. Maybe it's just because they know they can't defeat him on their own, and they need the help.
Oh, they could be going for help. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then like the end credit scene, with Doom, and their kid,
right?
Franklin,
right. So that was actually RDJ.
Yeah.
Like that's been confirmed.
It didn't have to be.
Which makes me think that's the reason that I think they confirmed that because I think that's an actual scene from Doomsday.
Right. So it's stuff like that where I'm like, oh, this is gonna get real deep real fast.
Yeah.
And like
because then the speculation is, do they know him already? Because they tease him earlier in the movie where there's like the empty seat at the United Nations,
right?
Because he's the leader of what's the his country, I forget. I'm a terrible
Doomlandia?
fan.
No, I'm just kidding. I remember I looked up what it was.
Latveria? Is it Latveria?
Something like that. Yeah, somebody will correct us in the comments, I'm sure.
Pretty sure it's Latveria.
Please do.
But yeah, so you see the empty seat there because he's implying that he's not on board with what Sue is doing,
right?
With the United Nations. So they clearly know of each other, if not know each other directly.
Right.
So that's a really cool tease. So I'm excited. I wish we didn't have to wait until December of next year.
Yeah, next year
to get that one. But just make it good. It'll be worth the wait.
Yeah. So I think we all agree at the end of it, Tony Stark saves the day. And therefore, Team Iron Man.
It doesn't change.
But Cap never wavers with his morals, and Team Cap all the way.
Yeah, but Tony Stark, he did it.
I'm wearing a Cap hat. Okay. That's fine.
He did the thing.
I'm with Team.
I think Charlie broke the tie. He just doesn't want to say it. He's being too polite, like Steve Rogers. All right, the guys, this was a blast. I love this. We got to do more stuff
So much
like
fun.
this.
We do, 100%.
Yeah, this was great. And we are going to post all three of our top 10s on our socials. So you will find those on our Instagram, on TikTok, probably even on our YouTube. We'll maybe put a short together for that as well. And we want to hear from everybody. What did we leave out? What are your top 10s? What did we forget? I'm sure there's some blind spots for all of us in these movies.
100%.
So yeah, please sound off in the comments. Let us know what you think. But yeah, until next time, please join us when the dads come out to socialize.